Hello, I'm Alex Morgan, and I'll be focusing my comments on one of the oldest diplomatic blunders in history, the Persian approach to the Spartan kingdom. The Persian envoy approached King Leonidas of Sparta with the intention of intimidation. He brought with him the crowns and heads of previously defeated kingdoms. He threatened the Spartans with slavery and death, and his message was one of power in the pursuit of submission of the Spartan kingdom. The envoy brought only a rigid message with no room for negotiation. Had he or the Persians been more aware of the Spartan culture, they may have prevailed in their diplomatic message. Unfortunately, the Persians did not understand that it is important to know your enemy. As Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. But if you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer defeat. The Persians failed to understand what drove the Spartans. They failed to understand the core interests of the Spartan culture and kingdom, namely independence, a projection of strength, and an implicit warrior culture. The Spartans would not be able to submit because it was not within their founding culture. They were warriors, and they would not shy away from a fight. The Spartan response was, of course, to take offense. They had a reputation to consider. And furthermore, the Spartans were aware that the Athenians had not submitted. If the Persians had done some more research, they would have realized that although the Spartans and the Athenians had a kinship, both being Greeks, they would have also realized that they had an intense rivalry. The Spartans were warriors, the Athenians were philosophers, but they had very different political structures. The Spartans would not back down from a fight, especially knowing that the Athenians had not. Additionally, the Spartans saw no benefit to submitting to the Persian kingdom, so they responded in kind with fear. They threatened the envoy and eventually pushed them into the well, at least in the movie 300. Although this historical event happened hundreds of years before Caesar crossed the Rubicon, they are historic parallels. There was no turning back for the Spartans after the Persians approached them with such fear and intimidation tactics. Had the Persians approached the Spartans differently with a message of respect, had they been able to identify common core interests, had they used tact, they may have had a more successful approach to the Spartans. As it stood, the Persian approach to the Spartan kingdom is one of the oldest and most notorious diplomatic failures on record.